Why, hello there. Welcome back to my daily long play stream. This is why I do a playthrough of my current game for a couple hours a day, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time from Wednesday through Sunday. I'm back once again playing Starfield on the Xbox Series X, courtesy of Game Pass. And yeah, I had a short stream yesterday. I had some things I had to take care of, although one of the things ended up not happening, so I guess I could have streamed for longer. Regardless, I'm back here. I'm going to jump into my save file. Kind of a weird stream yesterday. I was able to quickly find 3 more of those powers, but then it stopped giving me missions to find more, even though theoretically there are 3 temples left. So yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly jump back up to the Eye to talk to that guy, see if he gives me one of those missions, just in case. Then I'm actually going to head off to, like, Earth solar system. I want to do some exploring there. There's, like, a number of, like, landmarks on Earth itself. I want to see if I can find. See if I can find any of them. I don't know. And yeah, I'm just going to sort of poke and prod at this game some more. Got myself a cup of hot coffee, which is unusual because I usually don't drink hot filtered coffee or hot drip coffee, but I got a new little mocha pot, a new bigger mocha pot from the Aldi's today. Want to give that a try. Seems to work okay, but there was some spillage. Hope that's something I can figure out how to deal with at some point. Interesting to no one, I know. Not even interesting to me, really, but I brought it up anyway. So, I'm gonna head back to the ship. What is this? A ship that is longer than 80 meters cannot land on a planet. What does that mean? If it cannot land on the planet, then how do you get up to it? Do you have to just dock? Maybe it's like a starship or something. I don't know. How long is this ship?
This never gets old.
Yeah, I still don't know how to get those pieces I took off this ship back from the out of the inventory and put him back on the ship in the ship editor.
You just look at that view.
All right, let's set a course for the Eye. So my plan is I'm going to see if I can pick up a cheaper copy of Alan Wake 2 on digital copy when it comes out. I'll pick up a cheaper copy of Alan Wake 2 digital copy on the typical usual Black Friday sale that they have on Xbox Live, because yeah, there's no physical copies of that game.
Ship is now docked. Perfect. Didn't even smudge.
Hello, Captain.
Howdy, what's up? Also, while I'm here, I'll check the, what do you call it, that one thing for more med packs.
Gave up my room in the lodge so Andreja had a place to call her own. Everyone needs space to let their thoughts run solo. Never regretted coming out of retirement. Constellation's got the writ of the righteous. Keeps me young. Nothing yet. Still poring over the charts.
I thought that was likely the case, but you never know. Lots of details on these consoles. Well, kind of useless because you can't push in these buttons. No.
Captain Allen.
Maybe we should check the other locations where there might be one. I know that's not the only med pack holder on this station. Oh, look at that! You can actually see the ship docked outside. I mean, of course you can. Why wouldn't you be able to? But still, it's interesting that. See the artifact? No. See? Look at that. That's a nicely detailed pair of scissors there. They have random circuit boards in here. Ah, toilet paper, one of the most valuable things in the universe. Alright. Yeah, I know I'm wasting time, but at the same time, I'm like, I got a med pack, that's useful. The way I go through them, it is. I wonder why they felt the need to have these, that ring made of glass. Seems like it makes it more, complicated than it should. Ooh, credits. Have a gym here. Do you think they have like a lab where you can like make stuff? Spaceship workbench research lab. I know I've been on this station before and I even looked around it, but still I want to see if there's anything new. Fridges. Hey. I can never be sure where you have to stand in order to use the food making station. Is this even one? I don't see a cooker of any kind. I do see a sink, but why is it really necessary that a food tray is something that you can just pick up and add to your inventory? Something about that seems wrong. So yeah, there's no food prep station in the galley. Kind of weird. I don't know why the ship would have one, but not the this space station. Interesting, this is clearly labeled as facilities, but there are, you know, the closest thing they have is a storage room. I don't know. His personal quarters. Eggs. Vacant. I wonder if I could take over one of these. Of course, realistically, it'd be just as easy for me to stay on my ship than it would be to have a room on the eye. Because either way, I'm in space. Although then again, I guess I don't have my own personal quarters. Man. A big bathroom there. Alright, well... I think that I've wasted enough time here. Let's just head back.
How can I be of service, Captain?
Ship's clear.
That's not what I wanted, game.
It's just us among the stars again, Captain.
Yay.
Yes, we're here.
Advised, you are entering United Colony space. Please maintain course and prepare to be scanned.
Oh, that top window here needs some cleaning.
Scan complete. Welcome to Mars. You are cleared to land at Sidonia.
I'm not actually interested in going to Mars, though.
Need something?
Nope. Oh, it looks like I can just about land just about anywhere, it seems. Or can I? Trying to find, like, New York here. See what happens. You think Earth is going to have Earth norm grav? Alright, well, there's something over there, some natural thing about a little under a kilometer from here, so I guess I'll go take a look at that. Keep the scanner open. I might have to, like, look up specific spots where I can find these locations that are, like, landmark and such. Also, there's a hill up ahead I can get a better view from. Yeah, gravity 1. So, from what I understand, it was the development of the gravity drives that more or less sucked the atmosphere away from Earth, causing the need to have the gravity drives to evacuate the planet. That's my understanding. The people involved knew that that was going to happen, but they did it anyway. What's that ship for? Is that the ship of the Starborn? You think they're here because of me? Why else would they be here? Wherever they are. Well, I got that robot defending it, so it should be fine. Not seeing much of anything here. Iron meteoroid. Okay. It's an impact crater then. I got 100 XP from doing that. I'm close to leveling up, too. That was pretty well worth it, I think. Problem is, I have no idea if I am, if I actually landed where I set on the map here. Let's take a look at the local map. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be much here, does there? Alright, I'll fast travel back to the ship then.
Time to join the Starfield.
Whatever that ship is doing,
Maneuvering
it
into
doesn't seem
position.
to be affecting me.
And we are now in stable orbit.
I don't know, I guess I'll have to, like, look up on the internet exactly where these landmarks are. I think, like, the building in Dubai is supposed to be one of them, but... Can't actually... Let me go to Google Maps to see where Dubai actually is. I don't remember offhand what part of the Arabian Peninsula it's on, because I'm a moron. Okay, that's where I thought it might be. Like right about here. Let's try this.
Site is clear. Descent started.
The Burj Khalifa, that is. Getting nothing on the scanner. Alright. Guess I'm pointing in the right direction this way, but I have no idea how far away that is. Alright, let's see if we can get there. I don't know if that's what I'm even I think I'm trying to get to. But I do see the little marker, or the direction of the marker on the mini-map, so that's something. Fortunately, I don't see it popping up to see the range, how far away it is. Only one more resource to find. No flora or fauna here. Yes, the resource I haven't found yet is Mercury. Do you think Mercury exists on the planet Mercury? I don't know. Doesn't look like water to me. Doesn't even look like ice. Yeah, it's going to take a while to get there, isn't it? Let's take a look at the map here. Actually, I'm about a little over halfway there. That's a cave, so it's not the thing I'm looking for, but maybe... Yes, I don't know. I wonder if there's any way I can increase the range of my scanner. That'd be nice. Still no signs of Mercury. Oh, strange that that allows you to put a landing spot basically anywhere on the planet. So I don't think they've modeled the entire planet in this game. But then again, I guess I don't have anything for which to base that opinion on. It's just an assumption, really. And I know there are like hidden landmarks, multiple landmarks on Earth, or what's left of Earth here, to find, but it's like they don't show up on the planetary map. You just sort of have to find them and use a very low resolution on that planet to just sort of guess as to how, guesstimate where you're supposed to land. No, that's not Mercury. I guess I'll go into this cave since I came off this way. Oh, look at that. I found some Mercury. Cool. Question is that the only thing in this cave? Is that the only worthwhile thing in this cave? A little light here. All right. I guess it is. Trying to get myself up to a point of elevation here. feel like I should have a little drone or something I could use to scan the air, use to get a wider view of the planet's surface. It's literally something I can do in real life. I did purchase a little drone that I haven't made much use of. I only posted a couple test videos on my other channel. What is that? Yeah, I didn't really find... Not really finding anything here. Guess I have to look up how to actually find stuff on
Engines
Earth.
ready. On your word, Captain. Orbital pattern locked. Easy.
Mars, Venus, Saturn, Jupiter. Let's go back to the moon. Maybe. I was hoping to find like the landing site, the original moon landing site, or one of them. You think he'll let me land on Titan? Looks like it. Had some pumpkin spice coffee cake with some apple flavored coffee.
Be scanned for contraband. And we're done. Feel free to land.
Yay. New homestead. Okay, yeah, look at that. No landing animation for this one.
Welcome to New Homestead. Please make your way to the building at the end of the path and down into the colony below. Stay safe and enjoy your visit. Heads up, if you're planning to go to Chunks, Luther's been bothering anyone with a ship for help.
Need some work done? You should inspect your ship for heat leeches every couple landings. They'll cause plenty of havoc if left unchecked. Nothing for us to do. You're in good flying condition.
Alright. Oh, do you have any ships for
I'm
sale?
sure you can find something you like.
I'm not interested. I'm not actually going to buy anything, but I want to see if you have anything. I already have this ship. Holy crap. Wow, that looks like someone went buck wild with the ship editor and made just a brick. It's so massive it's causing the game to lag. What the heck? Crew capacity of 6. Pretty sure it could fit more than that, but whatever. Oh dear. It looks like a brick. It literally looks like a brick. It's like how can we fill the maximum amount of area of this thing? Okay, so they said that ships larger than 80 meters can't land, and this ship is 33 meters, so it'd have to be like 3 times longer than this thing. This one is 40 meters, so I guess this is longer than it technically. It looks like a frog. It looks like a smaller one than the smaller version of the first one I saw. Longsaurus is similar to mine. Unmodified, of course. Vagabond.
Okay, no problem.
Apparently I can add engines to here. I'm trying to figure out how to access my inventory. To find things I already have. I have an idea. Oh yeah, Matt's you. Oh, you don't talk to that guy. You just simply Yeah, the smaller ship is not better than the bigger one in any way. Does it? It's lower mass. Not even a lot lower mass either. Just. No, it's. I don't know. Cargo home. Apparently, my cargo from this ship was automatically transferred to the new ship when I got it. Okay, so my thinking is that I needed to access this menu in order to modify. It is not correct. Wait a minute. I have a thought here. Maybe I need to actually put the stuff in the cargo hold. Maybe that's on my person and not in the ship. I don't know.
Do you need something?
Always, but not from you. Alright, so put this stuff in there. Alright, what's up with the creepy music here? Alright, so this is the stuff that's in the ship's inventory. I literally could just... Yeah, let's take the credits. What are we doing here? I guess this includes the stuff that's just sort of lying around the place, doesn't it? So not just in the cargo hold, but everything that's lying around. So I seriously doubt I'm storing a marker in the ship's, Well, I'm not... Oh yeah, this is stuff that I would not actually wear, but it's like, oh, I want to sell it at some point. You think they have a place to sell the stuff here? No, I'm not, apparently there's no specific category for, like, ship parts. Yeah, I have no idea. But whatever the reason is, it's not, showing up in my inventory. Even though I thought it said it would be. Alright, well, I'm keeping this one because of its resistance to radiation. Keeping this one because it looks cool. Even though, well, it does have better thermal values than this. This is good against corrosive. That's good against thermal and airborne. This one's good against... really good against airborne and radiation. Alright, let's take a look at these helmets, see what, really, they showed like they're a lot more valuable. Yeah, I guess it's not a good place to try to sell anything. Oh well. So yeah, I'm on Titan here. Let's take a look at the surface map. Where's Saturn? I should be able to see Saturn from somewhere around here. And it's a moon orbiting Saturn, so yeah. Less than 15% of Earth's gravity. No, I don't see it. Alright. Hey, maybe I'll be able to find a place that sells, like, digipicks or
Welcome
something.
to New Homestead. Hello? Careful, there are some dangerous areas around here that are not part of any tours.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Feel free to look around, but don't touch. Damn power's on the fritz again. Joyce always seems to need help clearing ice off the equipment. We take vandalism seriously here. You don't mess with history.
Alright.
Live a simple life. Try not to complicate it. New Homestead is a living history exhibit. But these are real people, so please be kind to them.
So this is not really a settlement, but like a museum thing? I don't get it. Hello. Here we go. Has like a lobby area to it, maybe.
Enjoy your... This is a boring assignment. But let's keep it that way.
Alright.
Well, what did we think of the tour?
Very informative. I didn't know about the methane harvesters before coming here.
Yeah, it looks like a museum to me.
Don't stay outside for too long here on Titan. Pretty solid without proper protection.
Alright, thank you, I guess. I kind of assumed that, but you never know.
Hello?
Ah, howdy.
Old-fashioned than they already believe. That's a good point.
Why not order some food and make yourself comfortable? Welcome, I'm Anya. Is this your first time with us at the Brown Horse Tavern?
You're probably right.
Oh, well, thank you for joining us. You're in for a real treat. We've got an assortment of food and drinks, some of which follow homemade recipes that have been passed down over hundreds of years.
I bet.
So, what can I do for you? You mean the Brown Horse? Well, it's only the longest continuous running restaurant since humans started settling outside of Earth. There's a lot of history within these walls. And some damn fine food and drink, if I say so myself.
And you do.
This place has been in my family for generations. My however many, great-grandmother opened it when the first colony started on Titan. Back then, it was a simple mess hall that she chose to put a little extra love and flavor into. And now, it's the pride of New Homestead. Oh, hardly. The locals pretty much stay away from chunks, so whenever they don't feel like cooking themselves and want a fresh meal, they come to me. Only the tourists eat that junk. But don't tell that to my husband.
Is he one of them?
He manages the chunks. I love him, but he's a bit of a fanatic about it.
So your family has a total monopoly on the restaurants on this planet.
Let me show you what we have.
You have like a burger? Is that a burger? Pierogies. I'll buy a patty melt.
Take care. Thanks for stopping by.
Alright, well, I was hoping for an actual store. I may yet find one. Clinic. I'm actually good on medical supplies.
Those folks in Sidonia may be closer to Earth, but we used to get more tourists than we do these days.
Eh.
The people here live a simple life. Try not to complicate it.
What makes you think I'm here to complicate it?
I could really go for some of Anya's cooking over at the Brown Horse.
Doesn't seem all that impressive. I got a patty melt, which is like a burger on regular bread.
You get
Yes.
used to the mething process.
Always so
Child. It's funny the way they label stuff in these games sometimes. Lounge. Interesting how some things are considered stealing, but some things aren't, even though they're in the same space. That looks like a CD player.
Hello there. The museum here is free to everyone.
Alright. That Mac computer. Difference engine. That sounds interesting. I've seen one of those actually set up in a position to be used on like the space launch facility on Earth. What's that thing? For some reason I thought it was a ship, but no, it's a musical instrument. Yeah, I'm a moron. I know.
Do you want to know what life was like for the early colonists? Starsap Tours was voted Best Historic Tour 3 years in a row. Why, hello there! I'm Bill Starsap of Starsap Tours. Let me tell you, this place is full of history and interesting facts. For instance, did you know that New Homestead was one of the first colonies established outside of Earth? It's been populated in some capacity for over 200 years.
I guess so.
Well, there's plenty more where that came from. If
Makes
you're
sense that
interested in
Titan would
taking
be one of the
my
first
famous tours.
spots in the solar system
So
colonized.
what do you say? I've got an opening. I could take you on a tour right now if you'd like.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Excellent! You won't regret it. My tours are
Actually, I kind of regret it
kind.
already.
Now, there's just the matter of price. The going rate for a genuine Starsap tour is only 100 credits.
Sure, why not?
Great! Let's get this show on the road, eh?
You sound mildly angry when you said
so,
that.
This is New Homestead's main concourse. This underground area didn't exist when the original outpost, Titan Astrobase, was finished in 2130. Follow me. We'll come back. Back here by the end of the tour and talk about the museum collection. But first, let's go see where people live. Now remember, these people aren't actors. They actually live here, so try to be respectful of that.
Yeah, that's why I've been
While
hearing
the
this whole time.
original inhabitants of the Titan Astrobase lived in pods like you saw up above, they transitioned down here when this section of the base was finished in 2144. Space is
Gives me an idea of the
limited, so
dates
you'll
of when
notice
stuff
some
happened.
Overflow here, but more residences also exist on lower levels, which are inaccessible to tours.
Alright.
I'll stop at each of our destinations if you want to look around, or if you have any questions for me.
I kind of want to try food from that Junk's place, but my papa says it's just a bunch of junk food for tourists.
I think it is.
Have any questions so far? The original Titan Astrobase had more habitation pods on the surface connected to some of the old structures you may have seen in the back. As the colony grew, the base was expanded underground, and those hab units were recycled into materials used down here.
All right.
I'm not sure the exact count, but New Homestead is a fairly small colony. What you see is what you get for the most part, except for some other people who live in the private lower levels. Some, particularly security, and yours truly, even commute from other worlds. Alrighty, we'll be taking the residential elevator to the farms area on the surface level. This way, please. Let's leave these good people alone for now and go check out the farms. Follow me up the elevator.
My own private tour guide. Aren't I special?
Don't touch.
All right, yeah. All right.
New Homestead's farms are the beating heart of the colony. Without them, the original outpost would have shriveled and died. These pods are sealed and climate-controlled, a perfect environment for growing the hydroponic vegetation needed for survival in the early...
Are they still used for that?
But it's difficult. People rely on the farm.
Any questions about the farms? Oh, they are indeed. Colonists still cultivate plant-based food for their own consumption here in New Homestead. It's less vital to their survival these days, as they also import supplemental food from other colonies, including meats, dairy, and synthetics. However, most citizens here take pride in a New Homestead-grown, sustainable diet.
And giant machines? We don't have any of that.
These days, it's a mix of what you find elsewhere in the galaxy, but in the olden days, it was all brought over from Earth. It was a lot of hardy root vegetables like potatoes, carrots, beets, and such, supplemented with corn, peas, green beans, soy, etc., which didn't always grow as well. Onward it is! We'll be stopping by the Brown Horse Tavern later in the tour, which uses many of these locally sourced ingredients in their cooking. But for now, it's just a short way to our next stop. Follow me!
All right.
So, the old biolabs are just on the other side of this building, believe it or not. We'll step on through the hallway there. They're not in use anymore, but the colony has faithfully recreated them as a historical exhibit, true to the original purpose of the Titan Astrobase. Sadly, they're undergoing some light renovation. Otherwise, there'd be interactive activities for kids to learn about how they used to search for microbial life here.
Did you ever find any?
If you need medical attention, see Dr. Lakota. But a word of warning.
This is a boring assignment, but let's keep it that way.
Pardon the dust, but I can still answer some questions about the old Titan Astrobase biolabs. Funny you should ask! Sadly, none. See, NASA funded the Titan Astrobase project because conditions seemed ripe for primordial life to form in Titan's methane pools. They tested many different sites, performed deep core ice drilling, and more, yet nothing turned up. Oh, I'm sorry. I completely forgot to mention that. That's what this place was originally called. When NASA divested its interest in the Astrobase and turned it over to the people back in 2185, they renamed it New Homestead and established it as a historical site. Well, NASA defunded the xenobiology program in 2132, but a scientist by the name of Catherine Neely proposed research into advanced colony building on inhospitable worlds. So, by 2135, work began on what would ultimately set us all up to create habitats anywhere humans dared to explore.
All right.
These very labs housed the computer systems used in that research. That and general storage for the colony. Lots of storage.
Yeah.
You got it. On to our next stop. Next, we'll be heading
Not often you get to go on an
outside, so
actual
make sure
guided
to check
tour in a
those
video
seals
game.
on your suit because it's a bit chilly out there. We're going out into the frozen wastes of Titan to see what powers this planet.
You might want to put your
Step
suit on.
outside, by
I'm
the way.
already
The
fine.
ice can be slippery if you're not careful. The goal is to keep people out of Dr. Lakota's infirmary.
Yep.
Anyway, where were we? Oh, yes. Powering New Homestead. As you might imagine, generating energy was a real challenge back in the day because the technology was much more crude then. But crude or not, it was that technology that sustained the old Astro base. And it might surprise you to learn that the same technology is still working today.
You mean these windmills? Or are they newer than that?
The interesting thing about this old colony is that it's
That middle
mostly
one seems
powered
broken.
by clean, renewable energy. You'll see one of the methods used on the horizon up ahead. That's right, New Homestead's famous wind farms. This spot was chosen for the colony in part because of its constant winds.
I think the middle one is glitched. Don't mind the middle one. That's a known bug in this game.
To the colony's function since its establishment as a cheap, mostly reliable source of electricity.
Most reliable? Is that a reference to this one not working at all? Okay, it's not attached. I can see it's not a bug. It's the fact that this is not actually attached to the wind blades. Maybe we could ask him about it. I bet he'll tell me exactly that.
So, let's talk about wind power, shall we? You're right. Most surface wind on Titan isn't too terribly strong, but here, the altitude and other conditions are perfect for sustained wind power.
Other conditions?
Like many worlds with atmosphere, the higher you go, the windier it gets. Mostly. I'm sure you've noticed the occasional brownouts. I guess
Haven't
these
been
old
here long
machines
enough.
have a habit of freezing up, what with all the ice out here. There's some methane on reserve for critical life support systems, but everything else here is
Oh
otherwise
yeah, maybe this
powered
is
by
like
the
that,
units
what do you
see
call it? That
here.
was that side quest for, to fix one of them.
You're the boss. Let's go. Moving right along, we're going to learn about Titan's great natural resources. Titan is rich with hydrocarbons like methane and ethane. Surely you saw huge pools of the stuff on your descent into New Homestead. I like to think they add to the natural beauty of this world. Though, of course, stay away from them because, like anything beautiful, they can be dangerous.
Alright, I'll keep that in
Just like
mind.
my last ex-wife's pet. She had this gorgeous, I don't know what you'd call it, creature. The guy that sold it to her couldn't tell her what it was or where it was from. I don't think it was even a legal sell, to be honest. The thing was very easy on the eyes. Feathers, all the colors of the rainbow. Nasty bite, though. Wound up in the hospital and almost lost my hand. Still not enough for her to get rid of the dang thing. Anyway, there's a reason she's my ex-wife.
I bet.
Enough about me. We were talking about methane and other resources, right?
I guess so. You just fell right through the
Can you
floor
believe
there.
it? Back in the 20th century on Earth, they used to fight wars over natural resources like this and petroleum. They have this whole moon here basically made of hydrocarbons in their own backyard. They just couldn't get to it. Incredible how far we've come. New Homestead is home to one of the oldest and largest methane processing plants in the settled systems. Every year, UC engineers go through a painstaking, month-long maintenance process. That's how this place has remained operational as long as it has. I'm not going to take you too close to the machinery, liability and all, but I can still answer questions. Questions? Fire away! Exports mostly, since this world is so methane rich and has the infrastructure for it, a lot of the UC's methane comes from Titan. Of course, new homesteaders use it themselves for everything from generating heat to turning it into breathable oxygen via modern science. Oh, no one's ever asked me that before. Something to do with methane-eating microbes, I believe? I honestly don't know. Sorry. Ah, it's not as if they shut down for a month. It's not shut down at all, actually. See, this place is built with redundant systems, so they can shut it down piece by piece and suffer only a reduction in throughput. During that time, the UC gets more of its resources from other places, allowing New Homestead to maintain what it needs.
Alright.
Okie dokie, artichokey. There will be time for more later anyway. So, this next stop is a bit of an interesting one. I only recently made it part of the tour. Fun fact, it's also the only natural landmark on the tour.
Natural
what
landmark?
We're about to see is a glacial spire we affectionately call Ymir's Horn. This colus used to be named after a character in a popular fantasy novel, but it was changed a couple hundred years ago to avoid any potential litigation. Now, what's a colus, you might say? Colus derives from the Latin word for hill, and scientists only gave names to groups of hills on a planet's surface. So in reality, the term you hear more often is the plural, coles, with an E. You probably don't hear it very often where you're from, because it was usually a term reserved for unexplored planets, back when they didn't have the technology to describe what they were seeing firsthand. Because of that, the term is much more common in the Sol system, but you may still hear it occasionally in reference to uncharted worlds. This planet's full of them, though, and they like to preserve that history here.
Yeah. Looks like a rock made of ice or something.
So here it is, Ymir's Horn. You're free to take a closer look if you like. I've heard this particular formation was caused by an ancient volcano. Something about steam and wind, then worn down over time. But I'm not 100% sure. According to ancient Norse mythology, Ymir was the first Jotun, a frost giant. In the legend, they were both male and female and gave birth to the progenitors of all giants from their armpits.
That's
Ymir
wonderful.
even predated the Norse gods, who, as it turns out, killed Ymir to fashion the earth and all of humanity from the corpse. It's a fascinating story, and the horn here is a fitting tribute to it.
Alright.
Excellent! On to the next stop, then! So, we're gonna head back inside, through the methane processing plant. Try not to touch anything on your way.
Alright, I've had no difficulty
Dr.
doing that.
Lakota's wishes to be safer around here. That brings me to another point. You'll notice the people around here have last names related to where their families originated from on Earth, as a way to remember the past. The museum curator, Maurice Leon, has more information about that if you're interested. You can find him inside the main concourse. Loves talking about it. You'll find most of the locals here are very friendly to tourists like yourself. Tourism is a major draw to this colony these days, and I respect that. Most of them are happy to talk at length about what they do here. Their rugged lifestyle is a point of pride for a lot of these folks.
I bet. Seems like you get a better view of that thing from here.
This area we're walking through is the nerve center of the plant, where technicians keep an eye on the operation. Since methane production is such an important part of the colony's livelihood, it's important that the techs notice any
I know I could have
issues
taken those and it would
react
have been
to them
stealing,
quickly.
but I didn't want to be on the
Anyway,
safe side
we're
here.
headed into the ice mines. It's a natural spring where water bubbles up from deep below, but due to the cold, it keeps freezing as it reaches the surface. It takes miners working daily to clear the ice, melt it down, and keep the water flowing.
I'm surprised they don't have an automated system for doing that. Yeah, look at that.
What else can I tell you about the ice mines? Not all. Some water is created as a byproduct of methane processing, but that's usually saved in the emergency reserves. Good question. I believe it has something to do with not wanting to contaminate the water with methane and other chemicals. The ice helps prevent impurities in the water. At least this is what I've been told. I wouldn't recommend it. First, it's an active work site. Second, it still needs to be filtered and checked for contaminants. But don't worry, we'll stop somewhere for refreshments before the tour is over. Sounds good. Let's keep going then. We have just one more stop before we're done with the tour, and it just happens to be my favorite.
Let me guess,
This
the bar.
colony is home to the longest running establishment still in existence.
I've already
the
been there, but
Brown
okay.
Horse Tavern. The Brown Horse started as a simple mess hall for the scientists and workers when the underground was built, but it's been operated by the same family ever since. Now, what's a horse, you might say? They were a large four-legged animal on Earth, often used for transportation or manual labor. Long before space travel was even a dream for the folks of Earth, even before antique machines like automobiles were possible, horses could be found everywhere.
Enjoy your visit here.
You might have seen them in
Thank
old
you.
movies or read about them somewhere. If not, I highly recommend looking into them sometime. They're beautiful animals.
Do they still exist
The
somewhere?
tavern's original owner was infatuated with them, from what I understand.
I read that
and
as
named the place
infuriated
in
for
their
some
honor.
reason.
The moniker, Brown Horse Tavern, is also a throwback to names of similar Earth restaurants hundreds of years before it was established.
Yeah, I have a restaurant near me called Brown Iron, so it's similar to that.
That delicious smell is making me hungry. Can I answer anything about the Brown Horse? Easy. All the other ones fell to ruin when we abandoned Earth. There were technically older ones on Mars, but those have long since shuttered or been replaced. Anya Seattle is the current owner of the Brown Horse. It's been in the Seattle family for generations. But Anya will be able to tell you more herself. Feel free to ask her. It doesn't feel right coming from me when she's standing right over there. Ooh, that's a tough one. I honestly love everything Anya serves here. I'd be doing her a disservice to recommend one dish over another.
All
You
right.
want the real answer? Order one of everything. Okay then. All right, we're headed to the last stop, right back where we began. Feel free to check out the museum exhibit in the main concourse here. These displays are full of rare Earth trinkets salvaged from before humanity left.
learning so
And
much
Maurice
here.
is happy to talk about the collection. The museum's curator, Maurice, will be happy to talk to you if you want to know more. Well, that's that. I hope you enjoyed Starsap Tours as much as I enjoy giving them.
All right, cool. Here's some money.
Oh, wow. I really appreciate it. You know, I
Why not?
rely on tips from good people like you, so thank you from the bottom of my heart. Enjoy the rest of your stay in New Homestead. Take care.
I leveled up. And got an achievement for reaching level 25. Looks like a compass. Is that a vape thing?
This colony's not smaller than I thought.
All right. Cool.
Don't stay outside for too long here, okay?
Interesting little chore there. I mean, I didn't really accomplish all that much, but I still leveled up somehow. A little strange how, some things are like effective ways of leveling up and some things aren't. I don't know. I think I'm going to head back to the ship now. Actually, I'm going to head back to the lodge, really. And I'm probably going to call it a stream. The heck is that thing? Whatever it is, I can't seem to interact with it.
We're clear. Recalculating.
Yeah. Yep, here we go. Know why spacesuits would be less effective in extreme environments, when nothing is more extreme than the vacuum of space. And I guess wind would be one reason why. I don't know. Well, I think that's going to do it for today, folks. It's sort of a different stream, I guess. But before I go, I want to take a moment to thank you for watching. I appreciate when people take time out of their day to watch my streams, whether it be live or even in archive form. Just as a quick reminder, I normally do a stream like this almost every day, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, from Wednesday through Sunday. So my plan is, I'll be back here Wednesday morning, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for more of my playthrough of Starfield on the Xbox Series X. And I think I'm going to start tackling some of these side missions before I go on to the next main story mission. I need to level up. I need to figure out a way to making my ship more space combat effective, because I feel like it's not. Yeah, I don't know. But regardless, I'll see you back here hopefully Wednesday morning, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, notwithstanding whatever interruptions I might have that might prevent that. And until then, take it easy.